आसबार प्रिय तुमको बसीची जानी आसबार प्रिय से भी जाने नहीं प्रभु डाकी जाने नहीं तथापि के मुनिति दर्शन पाई से भी जाने नहीं प्रभु डाकी जाने नहीं तथापि डाके मुनिति दर्शन पाई कृपा कर बारे प्रभु यदि न पाई कृपा कर बारे प्रभु यदि न पाई सार्थक कर जीवन दर्शन दिए सार्थक कर जीवन दर्शन दिए दर्शन दिया प्रभु दर्शन दिया दर्शन दिया प्रभु दर्शन दिया तुमको बसीची जानी आसबार प्रिय तुमको बसीची जानी आसबार प्रिय तुमको बसीची जानी आसबार प्रिय। जय गुरु। नयनर नीर दायित्वी चरण धौत पाई चरण धौत नयनर नीर साईती रखी चरण धौत पाई चरण धौत मुकंठर सूरे आवाहन करे मुकंठर सूरे आवाहन करे विरह रागिणी देई चरण धौत पाई चरण धौत पाई नयनर नीर साईती रखी चरण धौत पाई चरण धौत पाई मेघकूच कोरी जिन्हे चाही थाए अनुक्षणे मेघकूच कोरी जिन्हे चाही थाए अनुक्षणे बरसार धारा सते आनिब बही बरसार धारा सते आनिब बही मो मन सुरर प्रति बालिकणा मो मन सुर प्रति बालिकणा जुरइया कुल होई तुम दर्शन तुम दर्शन नयन नीर साई रखी चरण धौत चरण धौत चरण धौत गुरुपाद तले जली परिवारे आदि अली गुरुपाद तले जली परिवारे आदि अली जगतर माया मोह जीव दूरे जगतर माया मोह जीव दूरे आसिबे नसीबे जेते दुख राशि आसिबे नसीबे जेते दुख राशि अंधार जीव पलाई ज्ञानर आलोक पाई ज्ञानर आलोक पाई नयन नीर साई रखी चरण धौत पाई चरण धौत पाई चरण धौत पाई रही बाट नहीं फूल चांगुड़ा सजाई रही बाट नहीं फूल चांगुड़ा सजाई बार बार चाहू अच्छी कबाट फेरी बार बार चाहू अच्छी कबाट फेरी जीवर जीवन दिय दर्शन जीवर जीवन दिय दर्शन आस मो पराण साई आस मो पराण साई आस मो पराण साई नयन नीर साई रखी चरण धौत पाई चरण धौत पाई मो कंठर सुरे आवाहन करे मो জয় গুরু। নাথ মনর বাসনা মোর, নাথ
বন্ধন মোচন পূজ্যবর গুণহীন গুণাধিপতি ভবভীরু জনে সত সম্বরদম প্রণমামি গুরুম শিব কল্পতরু প্রণমামি গুরুম শিব কল্পতরু।
নাহি নন্দন বনরসুমন, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া, নাহি নন্দন বনরসুমন, নাহি নন্দন বনরসুমন, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া। ভকতি পুথিরে ডোরা বন্ধা মোর, ভকতি পুথিরে ডোরা বন্ধা মোর, প্রণতি শিখুছি নুয়া, প্রণতি শিখুছি নুয়া, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া, নাহি নন্দন বনরসুমন, নাহি নন্দন বনরসুমন, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া, নাহি চন্দন চুয়া। কলুষ জলধি পূর্ণিরে মুখ, কলুষ জলধি পূর্ণিরে মুখ, আসিছি প্রাণ প্রিয় মুগাধোই, আসিছি প্রাণ প্রিয় মুগাধোই, दिया परा तुम चरण परस दिया परा तुम चरण परस नगारी छुआ छुआ नगारी छुआ छुआ देऊळ दुआरे आसीछि आजी मो देऊळ दुआरे आसीछि आजी मो सुनी लोक दुहा सुनी लोक दुहा नाही चंदन चुआ नाही चंदन चुआ नाही नंदन बनारस मन नाही नंदन बनारस मन नाही चंदन चुआ नाही चंदन चुआ नदीली नदिया चरण परस नदीली नदिया चरण परस कलंक लागिब शिव पजस कलंक लागिब शिव पजस नदीली नदिया चरण परस कलंक लागिब शिव पजस दुरुहीन प्रिय वंदन दिवे दुरुहीन प्रिय वंदन दिवे मन मोर सान कुहा मन मोर सान कुहा बन फुलटी आनिछि बेटिवी बन फुलटी आनिछि बेटिवी भराखी पानी धुआ भराखी पानी धुआ नाही चंदन चुआ नाही चंदन चुआ नाही नंदन बनारस मन नाही नंदन बनारस मन नाही चंदन चुआ नाही चंदन चुआ नाही चंदन जुआ भक्ति पोथीरे डोरा बंधा मोरा भक्ति पोथीरे डोरा बंधा मोरा प्रणति शिखुछि नुआ प्रणति शिखुछि नुआ नाही चंदन चुआ नाही चंदन चुआ नाही नंदन मनर सुमन नाही चंदन चुआ नाही चंदन चुआ ना चंदन चुआ।
जय गुरु। निगम उपदेश पेज 189 Realization within. Why can't those who aim at materializing my desire in life be united in a Sangha? You become united in Sangha. It is also my desire. So in order to fulfill my desire, you must have to establish Sangha. The disciples who are initiated to the great ideal of surrender will endeavor ceaselessly to materialize in their life Sri Gurudev's desire unimpeded. The significance of disciple lies in the sacrifice of his desire. As soon as your desire is dissolved, my desire will bloom in you with 100 petals. Immersion of one begets emanation of another. My desire, whatever I have expressed, will be the subject of your meditation in my absence. To forget my physical form won't amount to forget me. When you will forget my desire, it will be understood that you have indeed forgotten me. Jai Guru.
जय गुरु। America Saraswata Puri, America Saraswata Sangha 841 Sangha Puja Session Report. Date and time December 4, 2022, 7:15 AM to 11:55 AM Eastern. Paliya, Arnab, Aruma, Sonali Sama. Adivas Puja was not held due to Ekadashi. The link of the attendance sheet is available in the AMSA's website. Past session 7:15 AM to 8:45 AM Eastern. The morning session of the puja started at 7:15 AM with Pratiksha Sangit sang by Niluma, Mana Puja Toro Bikhola Nadiva, and Anjalima, Tume Mana Govana Sasitara. During Pratiksha, all the devotees joined the puja via conference bridge or at NSN. Vishwajit Bhai performed the Aarti. Mita Raima sang the Vandana, Vandai Guru Charana, and Shatra Vandana. Brajabhai read the Parichaya Patra followed by Shamalani Prathana and Ashwan Mandira Nitya Puja Prathana. Then Sonyama read Sangha Sevaka 44 year part 4, Vandana, Prathana and Prathana Karinka Prati. After the reading of Sangha Sevaka, Vanditama read Shri Guru Gita, Sloka 7. Then Sonali Sama invited Shri Thakur Bhai's Maad and young aspirants to attend the second session. The first session was concluded with Joy Guru Namakirtana. After the first session, Balya Bhoga was offered to Shri Thakur and followed by Prasad 7. Second session 9:45 AM to 11:55 AM Eastern. The second session of the puja started at 9:45 AM Eastern with Abhana sung by Rasmi Chaudhary Ma, Asahe Shanta Kanta Madhura, and Diktima Antara Devata Asahe Hrudya Sinhasane Basa. This is followed by Pranam Gana and opening of the asana. Then Sukanyama sang the Bandana. Banalatama read the Parichapatra followed by Udama sang Vishwapati Pranam. Then Sushima read Nigama Upadesh, page 187, Realm of Desireless Sadhana. Then Sangitama read the minute of the Sangha Puja session. Then Shwetama read Pancha Sanyasini Shishya, followed by Snita Baima sang Prathana Sangita, Dharihi Prana Thakura, Tumari Charana Tale. Then Ipsitama read Sanshayapati Part 1, Chapter 27, Household Social Problems. Brother conducted question and answer session. Then young aspirant session was started with Prathana Sangita sang by Saraswata. Then Fatima led the discussion of YA session. Annap, Sonalisama and Aruma did their Bhava Minimaya Seva, followed by invitation of Madhyana Bhoga and evening puja. Then Prabhakar Bhai invited Sri Thakura for his Grihashan Varshika Utsav. Then Arush Sibani Mahantima, Shishil Bhai invited Sri Thakura to the next Sangha Puja to be held on December 11, 2022. After that, Aruma prayed for forgiveness from Thakura, all wives. The session was concluded with Vidaya Prathana, Dayamaya Sri Charane, sang by Sivani Mahantima, and the asana was closed with Jayaguru Namakirtana and Pranam. Vishwajit Bhai took the attendance of all wise marks for the session. Then Madhyana Bhoga was offered to Sri Thakura, followed by Prasad Sevan. Sri Thakura Charanashita, Annap, Aruma and Sonalisama. Jayaguru.
Sri Thakura Mahatmya, page 49, पंचम परिच्छेद। सर्वविध पारिपार्श्विक प्रतिकूल अवस्था मध्य थाई मध्य निष्काम कर्म पारे सत, किंतु सर्वांग सुंदर करी पक्का संसारी नुहे। आश्रम करने समय मध्य ठाकुर जेउठी सेठी न कूल परिवेश चाहती, जहा हेउ संसार मोहरे पूरा बुड़ी न जीवा पाई एहा भगवानंकर मंगल विधान। सेथिपाई बोधे से कहती, जे मते भजना करे मु तार धन हरण करे, बंधु विच्छेद घटाए, आहुरी केते उपाय रे मो आड़ को आकर्षण करे। भक्त अभक्त समस्तंकु से एहीपरि आघात देई निज आड़ को टाणुछंती। तेबे केही आघात पाई उठुछि तो आउ केही कोनोसी प्रकार मुंड गुंजी आघात सह्य करी पड़ी रहुछि। निदर निशा कटाई पारु नाही। मोर सांसारिक अवस्था क्रमशः शोचनीय हेबाकु लागिला। कारण मध्यरे पारिवारिक जनसंख्या वृद्धि और मकदमा प्रधान बोली परिलक्षित हला। एही समय रे सर्वकनिष्ठ भाईटी श्रीमान द्वारकानाथ भट्टाचार्य जजमानी करी किछि उपार्जन पूर्वक कौनसी प्रकार रे संसार खर्च चलाउथिला। बंगाब्द 1326 साल श्रावण मासरे मोर आदरर बड़ झीटी 2-3 दिन ज्वर भोगी मृत्युवरण कला। मार्गशीर मासरे ठाकुर आसी बड़ पुओटी को मठकु नहीं गले। मो मुंडरू जेपरी 2टी बोझ खसीगला। पुओटीर ए प्रकार सुव्यवस्था करि पारी तृप्त और शांत हेली। किंतु सही समय रे ग्रामर दले असत लोकंक अत्याचार रे मान संभ्रम रक्षा करी एठारे रहिबा कष्टकर होई पड़िला। सेमानंकर विस्तृत विवरणी लेखनी कलंकित करियाकु इच्छा नहीं बोली सेथिरु विरत हेले। एही समय रे छात्र समितिर सभ्यगण मध्य केही अध्ययन निमंते केही बा चाकरी उद्देश्य रे नाना स्थान को चली जाइथिले। सुतरां समिति मध्य भांगी गला। विपद आसन देखी रोहिणी वर्तमान श्रीमद स्वामी नित्यानंद सरस्वती मध्य पलाई जाई ठाकुर श्रीचरण रे आश्रय नेला। मु असहाय अवस्था रे उपाय न देखी एकमात्र गति ठाकुर को लेखी समस्त अवस्था जनाइली एवं सपरिवार आश्रम जीवा पई पुनर्बार प्रार्थना जनाइली। मु भाबिथिली
ମୋର ଏପରି ଅସ୍ୱାଭାବିକ ବିପଦ ଜାଣି ଠାକୁର ବିଚଳିତ ଓ ବିସ୍ମିତ ହେବେ। ତା ଉପରେ ଗୁରୁ ସେବାର ଲୋଭ ଦେଖାଇଲେ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରଲୁବ୍ଧ ମଧ୍ୟ ହେବେ। ତେଣୁ ଗୁରୁ ସେବା ଯେ ଆଶ୍ରମ ବାସର ଅନ୍ୟତମ ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ତାହା ମଧ୍ୟ ଜଣାଇଲେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ପତ୍ରର ଉତ୍ତରରେ ବିସ୍ମୟର ବା ପ୍ରଲୋଭନର କୌଣସି ଲକ୍ଷଣର ସୂଚନା ପାଇଲି ନାହିଁ। ନିମ୍ନରେ ସେହି ପତ୍ରଟିର ପ୍ରତିଲିପି ଅବିକଳ ଉଦ୍ଧୃତ କଲି। ଆଶ୍ରମ 23/1/28 ସ୍ନେହାସ୍ପଦେଷୁ ପରମ ସୁଭାରିଷ୍ଟାମ୍ବିଶେଷଃ। ଯଥା ସମୟରେ ତୁମର ପତ୍ର ପାଇଛି। ମଝିରେ ମଝିରେ ତୁମର ସଂସାର ତ୍ୟାଗର ସଂକଳ୍ପ ଉଦୟ ହୁଏ। ଇଚ୍ଛା କରିଲେ ହିଁ ସଂସାର ତ୍ୟାଗ ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ। ପୁନଶ୍ଚ ସଂସାର ଛାଡ଼ିଲେ ମୁକ୍ତି ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ। ସଂସାର ବୀଜ ନଷ୍ଟ ନ ହେଲେ ଗଭୀର ଅରଣ୍ୟରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାହା ଅଙ୍କୁରିତ ହୁଏ। ଅବଶ୍ୟ ସଂସାର ଭୀଷଣ ସ୍ଥାନ ସତ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଏହି ସଂସାର ମଧ୍ୟରେ ତ ଜୀବର ପରୀକ୍ଷା। ସୁତରାଂ ସଂସାର ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ଉତ୍ତୀର୍ଣ୍ଣ ହୋଇ ନ ପାରିଲେ ମୁକ୍ତି ପଥରେ ଉନ୍ନୀତ ହେବା ଅସମ୍ଭବ। ବିଶେଷତଃ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର କୃପା ବ୍ୟତୀତ ପ୍ରେମ ଭକ୍ତି। ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଦିନେ ଠାକୁର ପଚାରିଥିଲେ ଯେ ଭଗବାନ ଆସି ମତେ ବର ଦେବାକୁ ଚାହିଁଲେ ମୁଁ କଣ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବି? ସେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ କହିଥିଲି ପ୍ରେମ ଭକ୍ତି। ବିଶେଷତଃ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର କୃପା ବ୍ୟତୀତ ପ୍ରେମ ଭକ୍ତି ଲାଭ ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ। ଗୁରୁ ସେବା ଅବଶ୍ୟ ବଡ଼ କଥା, କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେ ପିତାମାତା ସ୍ତ୍ରୀ ପୁତ୍ରଙ୍କର ସେବା କରିବାକୁ ଅକ୍ଷମ ତାହା ଦ୍ୱାରା ଗୁରୁ ସେବା ମଧ୍ୟ ହୋଇପାରିବ ନାହିଁ। ତେଣୁ ମୋର ଆଦେଶ, ତୁମକୁ ସଂସାରରେ ରହି ଗୁରୁ ସେବାର ଯୋଗ୍ୟତା ଲାଭ କରିବାକୁ ହେବ। ସଂସାରର ତାପ ହସ ହସ ବଦନରେ ସହ୍ୟ କରି ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର କୃପା ଲାଭ କରିବାକୁ ହେବ। ନଚେତ୍ ଅନୁପଯୁକ୍ତ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ମୋ ପାଖକୁ ଆସିଲେ ମୋ ଉପରୁ ଭକ୍ତି ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ହରାଇ ବସିବା କିଛି ଅସମ୍ଭବ ନୁହେଁ। ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ କରୁଛି, ଆନନ୍ଦ ମନରେ ସାଂସାରିକ କର୍ତ୍ତବ୍ୟ ସମ୍ପାଦନ କର ଏବଂ ନାମ ବଳରେ ପ୍ରଲୋଭନାଦି ବାଧା ପଦଦଳିତ କରି ଅଗ୍ରସର ହୁଅ। ଇତି ଶୁଭାନୁଧ୍ୟାୟୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ନିଗମାନନ୍ଦ। ପେଜ 51। ଚିଠି ପାଇ ଶକ୍ତି ଓ ସାହସ ପାଇଲି। ଭାବିଲି ସବୁଥିର ଏକ ଶେଷ ଅଛି। ଦେଖାଯାଉ ଏହାର ଶେଷରେ କି ଫଳ ମିଳୁଛି। ଏହା ମଧ୍ୟରେ ବଙ୍ଗଳା 1327 ସାଲର ମାଘ ମାସରେ ଥରେ ଆସି ଠାକୁର ବୁଲିଗଲେ। ଦିନେ ସହସା ଯାହାଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ଶତ୍ରୁ ବୋଲି ଭାବୁଥିଲି ସେ ଆସି ତାଙ୍କର ପୁଅଟିକୁ ମଠକୁ ପଠାଇ ମୋ ପୁଅ ସହିତ ଏକ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ମଣିଷ କରିବାକୁ ଇଚ୍ଛା ପ୍ରକାଶ କଲେ। ମୁଁ କାଳ ବିଳମ୍ବ ନ କରି ଟଙ୍କା ପଇସାର କୌଣସି ଚୁକ୍ତି ନ କରି ପିଲାଟିକୁ ମଠକୁ ନେଇଗଲି ଓ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ କହି ପୋଛି ଛାଡ଼ି ଆସିଲି। ମୋର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ଥିଲା ପୁଅଟିକୁ ମଠରେ ଛାଡ଼ିଲେ ମଠ ସହିତ ସଂଯୋଗ ରହିବ ଏବଂ ସେହି ସମ୍ପର୍କରେ ମୋର ସହିତ ମଧ୍ୟ ସୌହାର୍ଦ୍ଦ୍ୟ ଜନ୍ମିବ। ଅନେକ ପରିମାଣରେ ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ସିଦ୍ଧି ମଧ୍ୟ ହୋଇଥିଲା। କିଛି ଦିନ ପରେ ଦିନେ ପ୍ରାତଃ କୃତ୍ୟ ସମାପନାନ୍ତେ ଏକା ବସି ମନେ ମନେ ଶ୍ରୀମଦ୍ ଭାଗବତ ପାଠ କରୁଥିଲେ। ଏହି ସମୟରେ ସେହି ଦଳର ଅନ୍ୟ ଜଣେ ଯୁବକ ଆସି ମୋ ନିକଟରେ ବସିଲା। ହାବ ଭାବରୁ ବୁଝିଲି କିଛି ଗୋଟାଏ ମତଲବ ନେଇ ଆସିଛି ମୋ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କରିବାକୁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ସାହସ ପାଉନାହିଁ। ଜାଣିପାରି ମୁଁ ନିୟମିତ ଦୈନିକ ପାଠ ଶେଷ କରି ମଧ୍ୟ ପଢିବାର ଛଳନା କରି ବହିକୁ ଚାହିଁ ନୀରବରେ ବସି ରହିଲି। କାରଣ ଘୃଣାରେ ମୁହଁକୁ ଚାହିଁ କଥା କହିବାକୁ ମୋର ଇଚ୍ଛା ହେଉନଥିଲା। ବାଟ ଘାଟରେ ତା ସହିତ ଦେଖା ହେଉଥିଲେ ମୁଁ ବାଟ ଭାଙ୍ଗି ଚାଲି ଯାଉଥିଲି। ଅନେକ ସମୟ ବସିବା ପରେ ଧୈର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଧରି ନ ପାରି ଭୟେ ଭୟେ ଅତି ଧୀରରେ କହିଲା, ଗୋଟିଏ ବିଶେଷ କାମରେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖକୁ ଆସିଛି। ମୁଁ ପଚାରିଲି, କି ପ୍ରୟୋଜନ? ସେ କହିଲା, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଠାକୁର ନିକଟରେ ଏଠାକୁ ଆସିବେ କି? କହିଲି, ଜାଣେ ନା, କାହିଁକି? ସେ ଅପରାଧୀ ପରି ଅତି ସଂକୋଚରେ କହିଲା, ମୁଁ ମନ୍ତ୍ର ନେବି। ମୁଁ ବିରକ୍ତ ହୋଇ କହିଲି, କାହିଁକି ତୁମର କୁଳଗୁରୁ ନାହାନ୍ତି? କହିଲା, ନା, ତାଙ୍କର ବଂଶଲୋପ ହୋଇଯାଇଛି। ପୁନର୍ବାର କହିଲି, ତେବେ ଅନ୍ୟ କୌଣସି ଗୋସାଇଁ ମହନ୍ତଙ୍କ ନିକଟରୁ ନେଇଗଲେ ତ ହେବ। ଠାକୁର କଣ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମନ୍ତ୍ର ଦିଅନ୍ତି? ଉତ୍ତରରେ ସେ କହିଲା, ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କର ବହି ପଢି ତାଙ୍କଠାରୁ ମନ୍ତ୍ର ନେବାକୁ ଇଚ୍ଛା କରିଛି। ପ୍ରଥମେ ତାହାର ଏହି ଅସ୍ୱାଭାବିକ ଉକ୍ତି ଶୁଣି ମୁଁ ଭାବିଥିଲି ଯେ କୌଣସି କୁ ଅଭିସନ୍ଧି ନେଇ ସେ ମୋତେ ପ୍ରତାରିତ କରିବାକୁ ଆସିଛି। କିନ୍ତୁ ପରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ ତାହାର ପୂର୍ବକୃତ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟମାନ ପୁଙ୍ଖାନୁପୁଙ୍ଖ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରି ଅଶ୍ରୁପାତ କରିବାକୁ ଲାଗିଲା ଏବଂ ମୋ ପାଦରେ ପଡ଼ି ଉଚ୍ଚ କଣ୍ଠରେ କାନ୍ଦିବାକୁ ଲାଗିଲା। ସେତେବେଳେ ମୋର ଯେପରି କଣ ହୋଇଗଲା। ତାକୁ ଟିକେ କୋଳରେ ଧରି ମୁଖ ଚୁମ୍ବନ କରିବାକୁ ଇଚ୍ଛା ହେଲା। ଯାହା ହେଉ ତାକୁ ସାନ୍ତ୍ୱନା ଓ ଆଶ୍ୱାସ ଦେଇ କହିଲି ଯେ ଆଜିଠାରୁ ମୁଁ ତାର ଜଣେ ପରମ ସୁହୃଦ ଏବଂ ଯେପରି ହେଉ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସହିତ ତାର ସଂଯୋଗ କରାଇଦେବି। ଠାକୁର କାହାକୁ କୌଣସି ଆଦେଶ ଦେଲେ ତା ସହିତ ପାଳନ କରିବାର ଶକ୍ତି ମଧ୍ୟ ଦିଅନ୍ତି। ଥରେ ଆମକୁ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ, ବତ୍ସ, ତୁମେମାନେ କର୍ତ୍ତବ୍ୟନିଷ୍ଠ ହୁଅ, ଦେଶ ଓ ଦଶର ସେବା କରି ଜନ୍ମ ସାର୍ଥକ କର। ପାପୀ ତାପୀ ଦୀନ ଦରିଦ୍ରଙ୍କୁ ସୁଖ ପାଇ ଯଥାର୍ଥ ପ୍ରେମର ଅଧିକାରୀ ହୁଅ। ଏହି ଜଗତ ତୁମ ସମ୍ମୁଖରେ ଜଗବନ୍ଧୁ ସଦୃଶ ପ୍ରତିଭାତ ହେଉ। ଉକ୍ତ ଯୁବକଟି ମୋ ନିକଟକୁ ବାରମ୍ବାର ଯାତାୟାତ କରିବାକୁ ଲାଗିଲା। ଗୀତ ବାଦ୍ୟରେ ତାର ଖୁବ୍ ଅଭିଜ୍ଞତା ଥିବାରୁ କୀର୍ତ୍ତନ ନର୍ତ୍ତନରେ ଏକେବାରେ ମାତି ଉଠିଲା। କିନ୍ତୁ ଏହି ମଇତା ଭିତରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେ ସର୍ବଦା କିଛି ଚିନ୍ତା କରୁଥିଲା ଏବଂ ଏହି ଭାବ ଗାମ୍ଭୀର୍ଯ୍ୟ ତାର ମୁଖମଣ୍ଡଳରେ ଫୁଟି ଉଠୁଥିଲା। ସାଧୁ ହୋଇଛି ବୋଲି ବଳର ଲୋକମାନେ ତାକୁ ବାଟଘାଟରେ କେତେ ଥଟ୍ଟା ପରିହାସ କରୁଥିଲେ। ଦଳର ଲୋକମାନେ ତାକୁ ବାଟଘାଟରେ କେତେ ଥଟ୍ଟା ପରିହାସ କରୁଥିଲେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ମୃଦୁ ହସି ସେ ତାଙ୍କ କଥାର ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଉଥିଲା। କେବଳ ମିଳାମିଶା ଓ କୀର୍ତ୍ତନରେ ତାର ଆଉ ତୃପ୍ତି ହେଲା ନାହିଁ। ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଲାଭ ପାଇଁ ସେ ବ୍ୟାକୁଳ ହୋଇଥିଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ନିକଟରେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ଆସିବାର ସମ୍ଭାବନା ନାହିଁ ଏବଂ ନିଜେ ମଠକୁ ଯିବା ପାଇଁ ସମ୍ବଳ ନାହିଁ ଦେଖି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର କୌଣସି ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଠାରୁ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବାକୁ ସ୍ଥିର କରି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଅନୁମତି ନିମନ୍ତେ ଚିଠି ଦେଲା। ଉତ୍ତରରେ ଠାକୁର ମତେ ଜଣାଇଲେ, ତୁମ ଗ୍ରାମର ଜଣେ ଲୋକ ଏହି ପ୍ରକାରର ଦୀକ୍ଷା ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିଅଛି, ଅତଏବ ତୁମେ ତାକୁ କୌଣସି ନାମ ମନ୍ତ୍ରରେ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ପ୍ରଦାନ କର, ପରେ ମୋ ସହିତ ଦେଖା ହେଲେ ବିହିତ ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥା କରାଯିବ। ଏପରି ଅନୁମତି ପାଇ ତାର ପିତା ମଧ୍ୟ ଖୁବ୍ ଉତ୍ସାହରେ ଉତ୍ସବ ଅନୁଷ୍ଠିତ କରି ଦୀକ୍ଷିତ କରାଇଲେ। କ୍ରମଶଃ ତାହାର ଭାବର ଆଶ୍ଚର୍ଯ୍ୟ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ଦେଖି ଶତ୍ରୁପକ୍ଷ ମଧ୍ୟ ଚମତ୍କୃତ ହୋଇଗଲେ। ସଂସାର ଛାଡ଼ି ମଠକୁ ଚାଲିଯିବାକୁ ଜିଦ୍ ଧରିଲା। ପରିବାରରେ ସେ ହିଁ ଏକମାତ୍ର ଉପାର୍ଜନକ୍ଷମ ଯୁବକ। ପିତା, ବିମାତା, ବୈମାତ୍ରେୟ ଭାଇ ଓ କେତୋଟି ଶିଶୁକୁ ନେଇ ପରିବାରଟି ଗଠିତ। ସୁତରାଂ ମୁଁ ତାକୁ ନାନା ପ୍ରକାର ନିୟମ, ସଂଯମ ଓ କଠୋରତାର ଭୟ ଦେଖାଇ ନିରସ୍ତ କରିବାକୁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କଲି, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ କେଉଁଥିରେ ବୁଝିଲା ନାହିଁ। ମୋ ନିକଟରୁ ମଠର ନିୟମ ସଂଯମ କଥା ଥରେ ଶୁଣେ ଓ ଅଭ୍ୟାସ କରେ। ଆକୁଳ ଆଗ୍ରହ ଫଳରେ ଅନାୟାସରେ ତାହା ଅଭ୍ୟସ୍ତ ହୋଇଯାଏ। ଏପରି ପ୍ରାୟ 2 ବର୍ଷ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ମୋ ପାଖେ ପାଖେ ରହି ଓ ଆଶ୍ରମବାସର ଅତୀତ ଆୟାସ ସାଧ୍ୟତା ବିଷୟରେ ଅବଗତ ହୋଇ ମଧ୍ୟ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମଠକୁ ଯିବାର ଇଚ୍ଛା ତାର ମନ୍ଦୀଭୂତ ହେଲା ନାହିଁ, ସେତେବେଳେ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ଭାବି ଏବଂ ଅବିବାହିତ ଯୁବକ ବୋଲି ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ମଠକୁ ନେଇ ଆସିଲି। ଏ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସାକ୍ଷାତ କରି ଆଶ୍ରମବାସର ଅଭିପ୍ରାୟ ପ୍ରକାଶ କଲା। ଠାକୁର କହିଲେ, ଆପତ୍ତି ନାହିଁ, ତେବେ ତୁମର ଅଭିବାହକ ବିହାରୀକୁ ଦୋଷାରୋପ କରିବେ, ଯେହେତୁ ତାକୁ ମାଧ୍ୟମ କରି ଅନେକ ଜଣ ଆସିଲେ। ମୁଁ କହିଲି, ଠାକୁର ଆପଣ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ଭାବିଲେ ରଖନ୍ତୁ, ମୁଁ ସବୁ ସହିନେବି। ରଖିବା ସାବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ହେଲା। ଏ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେ ମଠରେ ଅଛି। ଆମେ ତାକୁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ତରଙ୍ଗ ମନେ କରୁ। ତା ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ମୋର ମଝିଆ ଭାଇ ପ୍ୟାରୀର ପୁଅଟିକୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଋଷି ବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟକୁ ଦେଇ ଆସିଲେ। ସେହିଦିନଠାରୁ ଗ୍ରାମର ଉତ୍ପାତ ପ୍ରାୟ ବନ୍ଦ ହୋଇଗଲା। ଅବଶିଷ୍ଟ ଯାହା ରହିଲା ଯମଦଣ୍ଡ ଓ ରାଜଦଣ୍ଡରେ ସବୁକିଛି ସମାପ୍ତ ହୋଇଗଲା। ଏହି ସମସ୍ତ ଘଟଣାକୁ ଯଦି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ମାହାତ୍ମ୍ୟର ଅନ୍ତର୍ଗତ ବୋଲି ଧରାଯାଏ, ତେବେ ଏହା ତାଙ୍କର ଅଲୌକିକ କ୍ଷମତା ବୋଲି କୁହାଯିବ। ନହେଲେ କେହି ଯଦି ଦୈବ କାରଣ କହେ, ତାହେଲେ ଖଣ୍ଡନ କରିବାର କଣ ଅଛି? ସେଥରର ପୁଅ ଦୁଇଟିକୁ ମଠକୁ ନେଇଗଲି। ବଙ୍ଗଳା 1329 ସାଲ ଭାଦ୍ରବ ମାସରେ। ତାର ପୂର୍ବବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ମାଘ ମାସରେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଖଣ୍ଡେ ବିସ୍ତୃତ ପତ୍ର ଲେଖିଥିଲେ। ପତ୍ର ଦେବାର କାରଣ ହେଲା, ମତାମତ ସମ୍ବନ୍ଧରେ ଯଦିଓ ସ୍ଥିର ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତରେ ଉପନୀତ ହୋଇଛି, ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ ମଧ୍ୟ ସ୍ଥିର କରିଛି, ତଥାପି ସ୍ୱୀୟ ମତାନୁଯାୟୀ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ ଦିଗରେ ଅଗ୍ରସର ହେବା ପଥରେ ଅନେକ ବିଘ୍ନ। ତାହା ଅପସାରିତ କରି ଅଭୀଷ୍ଟ ଲାଭ କରିବା ଏ ଜୀବନରେ ସମ୍ଭବ ହେବ ନାହିଁ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଜନ୍ମାନ୍ତରର ଅପେକ୍ଷା କରିବାକୁ ହେବ। ଏହି ଚିନ୍ତା ଚିତ୍ତରେ ଉତ୍ଥିତ ହେବାରୁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଜଣାଇଲି। ଯଦିଓ ପତ୍ରରେ ମୋର ଅନ୍ତରର ଭାବ ସମ୍ୟକ ଭାବରେ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତ କରିପାରିଲି ନାହିଁ, ତଥାପି ମୋଟାମୋଟି ଭାବରେ ମୋର ଉତ୍କଣ୍ଠାର କାରଣ ଉପଲବ୍ଧି କରି ଠାକୁର ନିମ୍ନଲିଖିତ ପତ୍ରଟି ଲେଖିଥିଲେ। ଏହା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ମୋର ମୃତ୍ୟୁ ଭୟ ଓ କାମରିପୁର ଅତ୍ୟାଚାର ସମ୍ବନ୍ଧରେ ସବିଶେଷ ଜଣାଇଥିଲି। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
Jai Guru. To summarize what Ajit Bhai just read from Thakur Sri Sri Thakur Mahatmya, Thakur in this chapter, Bihari Bhai has actually highlighted two main incidents, again highlighting the greatness of our beloved Thakur. So he starts off saying it's very hard for someone to be an ideal householder. How the society puts you through so many difficulties, and how Thakura again draws someone towards him by putting us through those difficult situations to strengthen our resolve, our desire to get there. So the first thing he talks about is his family went through some difficult situations. His family grew around that time, and also they had gone through some litigations. And with that litigations, of course, they didn't have a lot to survive with. So whatever little his younger brother made, they that helped them to survive. Then he talks of his elder daughter passing away around that time, and then also. He talks of this. So this is in 1326 Sal, which is 1919, around that time. And then Thakur also, one of his sons, his elder son, to Matha. So with that, he thought, he felt like he was relieved of some of his duties. So now he expressed his desire to go to Matha and stay there with his family, with Thakura. And also another thing that happened around that time, or another situation that happened around that time, there were some gang activities going on around in that area. So both of that, of course, there was he also talks of a student union that they had built, and many of the students had already left the village either to go find a job or to pursue higher studies. So because of all of that, the gang activities had taken quite a form. So he wrote a letter to Thakur, expressing that he wants to come to Matha and stay with him. And then Thakur he talks of the letter that he receives from Thakur, and Thakur responded back saying, just by having that wish is not going to help someone get there. And the reason why we go through these difficult situations is because for us to renounce everything and be ready to go there and do the seva. So he said he blessed him to stay there in the village in his family and fulfill his duties with joy, and take Mahanama when difficulties come, and prepare himself to get rid of all the attachments that he had. And that response, getting that response from Thakur, definitely gave him the strength to continue. And then he talks of one of his friends, or not friend actually, he thought he was an enemy, and then he comes to Bihari Bhai and says, hey, I would like my son to go to stay with Thakur. So he also takes him to Thakur, and then he talks of this young man who was part of the gang coming to Bihari Bhai one morning, and he sits there, and Bihari Bhai never liked him. Anytime he would see him from distance, he would take another street, he would avoid seeing him. And then this gentleman, he sat there, he thought he had come there with some ill wish, but guess what, he expressed that he wanted to get initiated by Thakura. So annoyed by that wish, Bihari Bhai asked him, why don't you go to your Kulo Guru and then take the Diksha. But he says his Kulo Guru or his family had no more. Lastly he expressed that he has read Thakura's books and he really wanted to get initiated by Thakura. So, and seeing that Thakura was not coming there anytime soon, he thought Bihari Bhai wouldn't help him, so he finds Thakura's contact information and sends him a letter saying, okay, I would like to get initiated, come there and stay in the Mata and get initiated. Then Thakura writes to Bihari Bhai explaining, details about this person and telling that he wants to get initiated. So he asks Bihari Bhai to, give him some mantra and diksha, and until, then when Thakura comes, he would, take care of him. And then after some time, Bihari Bhai texts him, so Bihari Bhai definitely sees the change in him. He's involved in Kirtana and then reading books. All his other gang members thought that he has gone mad, so they started, they started teasing him, but he wouldn't care. But he didn't get satisfied with just, reading some books and participating in Kirtan and things like those. So Bihari Bhai takes him to Mata, and Thakura says, no, you cannot stay here, because if you stay here again, everybody is going to blame Bihari Bhai that he is bringing everyone to Mata. But he somehow convinces Thakura, then he stays there, and of course Thakura gives him some seva, and then the last thing that Bhai writes here is then two of his other sons also went to Thakura went to Mata. So he thought, at this time I'm relieved of all my duties, so it's right time for me to go live in the Mata and take care of Thakura. Then of course the next thing we'll read in the next portion of this chapter. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Mora mona Hari Suna Jagata Jiva Tarana Tarade Nisa Chara Jiva Jagata Jiva Mora Mana Hari Suna Jagata Jiva Asana Iyamo Jauhe Asana Iyamo Jauhe Sehini Devi Charana Pakhari Sehini Devi Charana Pakhari Andhanayana Nirekhi Bataha Andhanayana Nirekhi Bataha Hena Jnananjana Jagata Divana Mora Mana Hari Suna Jagata Jivana Charana Tarare Nisa Chara Jivana Jagata Jivana Charana Tarare Nisa Chara Parana Jagata Jivana Dhana Jana Tucha Garabasara Dhana Jana Tucha Garabasara Namo Tare Taba Au Parabhava Namo Tare Taba Au Parabhava করে জাদুকর ঘেরা, মায়া করে জাদুকর ঘেরা, তপন কর ভঞ্জন জগত জীবন, সপন কর ভঞ্জন জগত জীবন, মোর মনর বিহারি শুন জগত জীবন, দিদিনিয়া সাথী বন্ধু পরিজন, দিদিনিয়া সাথী বন্ধু পরিজন, বুঝি বুঝু নাহি সার বন্ধন, বুঝি বুঝু নাহি সার বন্ধন, জীবনে মরণে জনমে জনমে, জীবনে মরণে জনমে জনমে, তুমি তো পরায়ণ জগত জীবন, তুমি তো পরায়ণ জগত জীবন, মোর মনর বিহারি শুন জগত জীবন, চরণ তଳରେ বিচার পরাণ জগত জীবন, আসুরা বুকুরে পাষাণ গারে, আসুরা বুকুরে পাষাণ গারে, তুমি মোর বলি অনিভাক্ষরে, তুমি মোর বলি অনিভাক্ষরে, গাড়ি দিও খালি করুণা সাগর, গাড়ি দিও খালি করুণা সাগর, এতিকি নিবেদন জগত জীবন, এতিকি নিবেদন জগত জীবন, মোর মন বিহারি শুন জগত জীবন, চরণ তଳରେ মিশাছার পরাণ জগত জীবন, মোর মন বিহারি শুন জগত জীবন। জয় গুরু, জয় গুরু, সংসার কথায়। Those who practice spirituality devoid of scriptural point of view and also without any advice from Guru, their mind is full of arrogance. I want to do something of my own. Such desire is arrogance. As the results are likewise. In Jnana Guru, you will notice that before engaging in practice of knowledge, there is a need for observance like sama, calmness of mind, dhamma, self-restraint, titikya, perseverance in peace. The same is referred to as tapasya. Assuredly, in various yogic paths, with such tapasya, one's body transforms into something solid like a rock. Loknath Brahmachari had attained perfection only through tapasya. There have been mentions for rishis in the past that practiced tapasya for 50 to 60,000 years. In present time, people's character has degenerated. The influence of Western education has led to unrestrained relationship between men and women, thus resulting in harm to the society. In theatres these days, characters in a drama are portrayed in tinted way. In nearly all Indian languages, books illustrating unrestrained, improper, and illicit relationships are being published, and the demand for such books is more than others. These are the outcomes of Western education, which has stained Hindu society and defiled our country. I am also feeling helpless witnessing the misery of this deflated society. Society has regressed into its lowest point. This is the era of indiscipline, and hence the outcome. The lack of manhood has led to an undisciplined society. Womanhood has served manhood since eternity, but now women want to be equal with men. The lack of manhood in men has led to women now becoming undisciplined. The lack of manhood has led men to look at women with suspicion. Young men do not suspect their wives that much. Those that are old and ones with young wives have higher levels of suspicion. Jai Guru.
Joy Guru. Already discussion we have some extra time, so please have questions ready. Question actually I will go back to Sakal morning Sangha Sevaka. I will keep reading it. आज सकाळे प्रार्थनाकारी पत्र पढ़ुले जे प्रार्थनाटा मन आ मुख एक करी प्रार्थना करा जाए आमे जदि गोटे जिनस जन को मागिबा पार्टीटा खाली कहतु एटा माग मनटा ता भितर नथिबो से प्रार्थनाटा ग्रांट हुएनी मिलेनी तेणु से गोटे भल डेफिनेशन देइचंती जे अंतर प्रकृत आकांक्षा मुखरे भाषा आकार प्रकाश करने को प्रार्थना कह जाए तेणु आम अंतरटा कौन प्रकृत में चाहूँगी टिके भाभी चिंतिक स्थिर करवा स्थिर कर मागिबा मागिले सेटा निश्चय मिल तेणु आमर प्रॉब्लम हूँ कौन सदा सर्वदा जिते जहाँ कि गोटे है मागिदे सिचुएसन चेंज हो आउ गोटे जिन आसीगला आउ गोटे जिन मागिदे से सिचुएसन चेंज हो आउ गोटे जिन आसला आउ गोटे जिन मागिदे एमती केते जिन सब मगाही आप्लिकेसन गुड़ा सब जमा हो रोचे आधु गोटे आप्लिकेसन पूरण होला बेलू से आमर डिजायर रे नाही पलि गला से टाइम पलि गला से गोटे हिंट देते ठाकुर से निवास से गप गोटे कही मागिला कमल शीत दिने थंडा होची बोली मिलला बेलू से खरा गरम हो गला घरे जगह नहीं कमल रखियो कोठी सो दोज काइंड ऑफ इश्यूज कम सेठी आ गोटे देइचंती उदाहरण देइचंती उल्टा बुझलु राम भक्तटी थी से जाऊथिबो तार तीर्थ यात्रा करियाकू रास्ता रे खरा होती जोर चलला बेलू कष्ट होची आडू भाबुची जदि प्रभु राम मत गोटे घोड़ा ये दे दिंत के सुविधा हाँ से भाभी भाभी जाऊँगी से समय गोटे सिपाही जाऊ तार गोटे प्रेग्नेंट घोड़ा ऊपर चढ़ी सी दैट और somebody and then that घोड़ा delivers so the छोटो पिलाटा चली पारनी so then they will order the people to go find somebody who can carry this and they find this guy conveniently walking so they ask him to carry the thing से सेठू घोड़ा तो ताको मिलगला किंतु घोड़ाटा कांधे बसी तो चलिया पड़ा से पहले उल्टा बुझिलु राम तेणु आमे भाभी चिंतिक प्रार्थना करवा एठी कहिसंती जे केवल भक्ति विश्वास निर्भरता मागे को अन्य जगह ठाकुर कहिसंती ज्ञान भक्ति विश्वास कहीं विश्वासटा आसीगले निर्भरता आसी जाए निर्भरता आसिया विश्वास दरकार so if you are going to trust somebody and you are going to rely on somebody you need to know that what you are relying on that person has the capability to do it तेणु से विश्वास निर्भरता मिसिक थाए भक्ति नहले ज्ञान लाभ होई पारे नाही भक्तिटा होची ज्ञान लाभर उपाय ज्ञान होची मुक्तिर उपाय तेणु भक्ति है मुक्तिर उपाय ये ठाकुर विभिन्न जगह बुझे लेखार भी अच्छी सो से जिनसा आगे को कहुई ज्ञान भक्ति विश्वास ये कहले भक्ति विश्वास निर्भरता सेम थिंग बेसी किसी डिफरेन्स ना तेणु भक्तिटा केमती लाभ हुए ना गुरु कृपा बल होता है गुरु महत् कृपा ये खाली गुरु कृपा लिखाई so that's pretty much as far as we have read so I'll stop here and invite any questions anybody may have of what we read today or anything else
जरूर भाई भाई काली काली पाठ चक्र पढ़ाता था आज पढ़ा जो विश्वास राइट हमरा जो सरल विश्वास कुआ होची भाई आगुरु माने कहया before media was very corrupt right हमर दाज तला कि जहां में पढ़ुते हम से विश्वास आसता slowly से विश्वास रे पळलानी माने सब कुछ में छोटा पिला भी they know that what is a propaganda what is a opinion what is a fact right तेणु तमने जते माने माने ठाकुर को प्रति कि कोन से एनी टॉपिक हमें जरा तांको कहू जो they don't accept it right away I see that slowly body चलियो माने everything is the माने they will analyze first and then we accept इस तब हम से जो सही सरल से हम जो खोज सकते हैं अच्छी हो गई माने भविष्य रे हमर पिला मनकर
सेटा भाई से होची गोटे स्टेज फर्स्ट स्टेज रे आपण किछि जानि न थांती and then you depend on somebody छोटो पिला केस रे कोन होई कि अति छोटो पिला माँ बापा को भारी भरोसा तांकर थाए जहा किछि गले मार कर देबे तेणु माँ जो कथाटा कहि देबे से कथा पूरा आखि बुझी के विश्वास कर दियंती then they start knowing things learning things अल्प विद्या भयंकरी जेतले you have only little things that you know then lot of disbelief comes that okay this thing is that thing is that ठाकुर गोटे कहना से पिला दिने गाँ रे बसचंती से न्यूटन कथा आलोचना चलती आपुलटा तले न पड़ी साइड कहीं पड़लानी ऊपर कहीं गलानी ये कथा डिस्कशन करछंती सेठू somebody comes and says कुटाटे केमती उड़ी जाउची देखो ना so जेतले टिके टिके विद्या थाए so then you are expecting you can explain this thing away and you cannot so you start not believing it जेतले फिर सेटा matures and your knowledge is completely established in it so विश्वास फिर फेरी आसे पूर्ण विश्वास होई कि सेटा को धरी की रखा पे ज्ञान भी दरकार जदि नथिबो ताले कोन होबो कि आज जण कथा रे आपण विश्वास करदेले काली से सिचुएशन टा चेंज हे जिवो आपण को विश्वास टा पळेबो so these are different stages in life the way I see it पिला माने करू नाहंती आपण जदि पिला मन कथा स्पेसिफिकली पचारचंती चिंता करंतुनी तांको कानरे टिके पड़ी थाउ दुर्गाचरण भाई कहंती किछि नै जदि जे हमर श्याम भाई आसले कथाटा मते थर दिथर कहितले कहले से कटक सेतो संघ थिला भुवनेश्वर संघ ही नथिला तेणु भुवनेश्वर बर्तमान जिते भाई मैंने भुवनेश्वर संघ कले समस्त कटक संघ आसते भाई आसी कटक पहुंचती आउ संध्या बेले आलोचना आरंभ हुए आलोचना चलती राति 11 एमती गोटाए ता भर समस्ते ढूलौथे श्याम भाई कहते मत निद लगे मुझे बसताए फतेह फतेह सब ढूलुथे ढूला बेलू मुझे पचारि दिन कहली भाई समस्त ढूलौंट आपण ये आलोचना कहीं कर कहले अरे कान पड़ी था कान पड़े कैमेरा आसो ये कथाटा मुझे कहीं कहूँ आपण पिला मानकु ठाकुर कथा कहू थांतु अविश्वास आसू किसी असुविधा ना से समय आसो जो से विश्वासटा फेरी आसो टिके आउ टिके मैच्योरिटी डोंट रियली वरी अबाउट जी ठाकुर कथा कान पड़िया कथा पड़ी जाऊ कान पड़ी था से जो काम आसो कान पड़े काम आसो से कम आसबार समय आसो से समय ठाकुर आसी से विश्वासटा आसी पहुंचो और ठाकुर से थे अपेक्षा करते उपकृत करेंगे चेष्टा करूँ I've seen this happen with some people. Any other questions?
ଭାଇ ଜୟ
ଆଜ୍ଞା କିଏ କହୁଥିଲେ ଭାଇ କୁହନ୍ତୁ?
ସୁଭାଷୀ କହୁଥିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ ସୁଭାଷୀ ଭାଇ କଲେ
ସୁଭାଶିଷ ଭାଇ କହୁଥିଲେ?
ଭାଇ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଭାଇ ମୋର ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ଥିଲା। ଆଜି ଯେ ଆମେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କ ବହିରେ ପଢିଲେ ଭାଇ ଯେତେବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ପୁଅକୁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଋଷି ବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟ ଛାଡିଥିଲେ ସେ କଣ ତାପରେ ମାନେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସହିତ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ ହେଇକି ଥିଲେ? ମାନେ ଆମେ କଣ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି କୋଉ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ କି ତାଙ୍କର ଶିଷ୍ୟ ରୂପରେ?
ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଜାଣିଛି ମେ ବି ବ୍ରଜ ଭାଇ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଇଲାବୋରେଟ୍ ଅନ୍। ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଜାଣିଛି ତାଙ୍କ ପିଲାମାନେ ସେଠି ପାଠ ସାରିକିରି ଫେରି ଆସିଥିଲେ ଘରକୁ, ସେମାନେ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସୀ ହେଇନାହାନ୍ତି। ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଋଷି ବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟକୁ ଯାଉଥିଲେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଯେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ ହେବେ ସେମିତି କିଛି ମାନେ ନାହିଁ। ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଗୋଟେ ବେସିକ୍ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଦିଆ ହଉଥିଲା। ତାର ଦିଟା ଟିୟର ଥିଲା ଆପଣଙ୍କର ପିପୁଲ ଇନ୍ ଟିଚିଂ ଲାଇନ୍ ଉଡ୍ नो ସମ୍ ପିପୁଲ ଆର୍ ଇନ୍ ଟେନ୍ୟୁର ଟ୍ରାକ୍, ସମ୍ ପିପୁଲ ଆର୍ ନଟ୍। ସେଇଟା ଏବେ ବି ଅଛି। ଆପଣ ଯଦି ମଠକୁ ଯିବେ ଦି ପ୍ରକାର ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ ସେଠି ମିଳନ୍ତି, ଗେରୁଆ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ ଆଉ ଧଳାଲୁଗା ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ। ଧଳାଲୁଗା ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ନେଇଛନ୍ତି, ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚର୍ଯ୍ୟ ବ୍ରତ ପାଳନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ରହିଛନ୍ତି। ତାଙ୍କ ଶିକ୍ଷା ସରିଗଲା ପରେ ସେମାନେ ଘରକୁ ଫେରିଯିବେ, ଗୃହସ୍ଥାଶ୍ରମକୁ ଯିବେ। ମୁଁ ଯାହା ଜାଣିଛି ତାଙ୍କ ପିଲାମାନେ ଫେରି ଆସିଥିଲେ। ବଟ୍ ବ୍ରଜ ଭାଇ ୟୁ ମେ ହାଭ୍ ବେଟର ନ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ଅନ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍।
ସେ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ବି ଜାଣିବାରେ ଯେ ତାଙ୍କ ପିଲା କେହି ହେଇନାହାନ୍ତି, କିନ୍ତୁ ତାଙ୍କ ଏଠି ରୋହିଣୀ କଥା କହିଲେ ସେ ରୋହିଣୀ ଭାଇ ରହିଥିଲେ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସ ନିତ୍ୟାନନ୍ଦ ସରସ୍ୱତୀ ହେଇଥିଲେ।
ହଁ ସିଏ ନିତ୍ୟାନନ୍ଦ
ପୂର୍ବରୁ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରାଯାଇଥିଲା ଯେ ତା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା ଯାଇଥିଲେ ତାକୁ ଟିକେ କୀର୍ତ୍ତନ କରିବା ପାଇଁ। ରୋହିଣୀ ପୁରା ମାନେ ଭାବ ହେଇକିରି ମାନେ ଭଳିଆ ମାନେ ଇଏ ମାନେ ଭଙ୍ଗି ଅଛି ହେଲେ ଲୋକ ଆଶ୍ଚର୍ଯ୍ୟ ହେଇଗଲେ, କହିଲେ ସେ ଛୁଆ ଏମିତି କେମିତି ହଉଛି। ରୋହିଣୀ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ ସେ ଯାଇକିରି ତାଙ୍କ ଭାଇ ତାଙ୍କର
ବହୁତ ଭକ୍ତ ଫେରି ଆସିଥିଲେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ରହୁଥିଲେ ଋଷି ବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟ। ଆମର ସ୍ୱରୂପାନନ୍ଦଙ୍କର ସାନ ପୁଅ ନରସିଂହ ଠାକୁର ଯାହାଙ୍କୁ ଡାକୁଥିଲେ ବିମଳାନନ୍ଦ କହୁଛି ବିମଳ ବିମଲ ଚରଣ ଧର, ସିଏ ଆସିକିରି ତାପରେ he got married and he had kids. ସେ ଆସିକିରି କାଲକାଟା ଏରିଆରେ ରହୁଥିଲେ। ମଠ ଠାକୁର ଦେହ ରକ୍ଷା କଲା ପରେ ଆସିଥିଲେ। ସେମିତି କେତେ ଜଣ ବହୁତ ଲୋକ ଆସୁଥିଲେ। ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ନଟ୍ ଦ ଗୋଲ୍। ଯୋଉମାନଙ୍କୁ ସେ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସ ଦଉଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କୁ କହୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ତୁମେ ଛାଡିକି ଯିବନି, ଥରେ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସ ନେଇଗଲ ବ୍ରତରେ ରୁହ, ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ସେ ଜନ୍ମଟା ଯାଉ, ତା ଦେହରେ ତୁମର ବହୁତ ଉପକାର ହବ। We still have few more minutes.
ଭାଇ ବିଷୟ ନାହିଁ କଥା ଚାହୁଁଛି ସେ ଯୋଉ ବିଷୟ କଥା ନା ଠାକୁର ସେଟାକୁ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଜୀବନୀ ବାଣୀରେ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ କଣ କଲେ ଆସେ। 5ଟା କଥା କହିଛନ୍ତି, ବହୁତ ଥର କହିଛନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ଅଲଗା ଇଏରେ ସେ ଠାକୁର ଜୀବନୀ ବାଣୀ ତାକୁ କ୍ଲିୟର କରିଦେଇଛନ୍ତି କଲେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଆସିବ। ସତ୍ସଙ୍ଗ ସଚିନ୍ତା ଦିଟା
ସାଧୁ ସଙ୍ଗ, ସଦ୍ଗ୍ରନ୍ଥ ପାଠ, ସାତ୍ବିକ ଆହାର, ଏଗୁଡା ସବୁ ତାପରେ ସବୁଠୁ ମେନ୍ କଥାଟା ବିଶ୍ୱାସରେ କଣ କି ତାଙ୍କ ଆଦେଶ ପାଳନ କଲେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଆସିଯାଏ। କେମିତି ଆସେ ନା ସିଏ ଏଇଟା କହିଲେ, ଆପଣ ସେଇଟାକୁ ପାଳନ କଲେ, ପାଳନ କଲାରୁ ଫଳଟା ପାଇଲେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଆସିଲା। କିନ୍ତୁ ତାଙ୍କ ଆଦେଶ ପାଳନ କରିବାକୁ ଆପଣ ମନ ଯିବନି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାଏ ଆପଣ ସାତ୍ବିକ ଆହାର, ସତ୍ଚିନ୍ତା, ସଦ୍ଗ୍ରନ୍ଥ ପାଠ ଏଗୁଡା କରିନାହାନ୍ତି। ସେଗୁଡା ସବୁ କଲେ ଯାଇକିରି ସେଟା କରିବାକୁ ଇଚ୍ଛା ହବ। ତାଙ୍କ ଆଦେଶ ପାଳନ କଲେ ତା ଫଳଟା ପାଇବେ, ଫଳ ପାଇଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ହବ। ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ କଥା କହୁଛେ। I was mostly addressing the kids. ତାଙ୍କ କାନରେ ପଡୁଥିବା ସେମାନେ ସେ କେତେବେଳେ ଠାକୁର ତାଙ୍କର ସମୟ ଆସିବ, ତାଙ୍କ ସେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସଟା ଆସିବ, ଫେରେ ଠାକୁର ପାଖକୁ ଫେରି ଆସିବେ ସେମାନେ। ବହୁତ ଜଣ କେସ୍ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଛୁ ସେଟା। Anything else? If nothing, we can go back to our divinity achi. So let me talk about ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କଥା। ଆଜି ଯୋଉଠି ସାରିଲେ ପଢାଟା ତା ପରେ ଲେଖା ଅଛି ଯେ ମନୁଷ୍ୟ ଭିତରେ ଭଗବାନ ରହି ସାଧନା କରନ୍ତି। ତେଣୁ ମାନବ ଯଦି ଅହଙ୍କାର ପ୍ରଭୁ ସାଧନା କରୁଛି ବୋଲି ଭାବେ ତାର ଫଳ ପ୍ରାପ୍ତି ପାଇଁ ବିଳମ୍ବ ହୁଏ। ଭଗବାନ ସାଧନାନନ୍ଦ, ସିଦ୍ଧାନନ୍ଦ, ଲୀଳାନନ୍ଦ ଉପଭୋଗ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମାନव शरीर सृष्टि करी ता अंतराज्य निजे अवस्थान कर से भितर रही देह जंत्र मन जंत्र सब परिचालना कर धारणा कर रखिले अहंकारटा आसेनी। अहंकार न आसिले आमर जल्दी साधनार फलटा मिली थाए। काली आमर पाठचक्र थिला एठी पाठचक्र से जिनसटा बहुत डिस्कशन होतिला देखला बेलू आधे अच्छी टाइम सरीगला आज डिस्कशन करा जाई पारलानी किंतु से कथाटा आम सब मन रखा आम जो सेवा करुचे काली आमर सेवा धर्म रे पढ़ा होतिला शिव ज्ञान जीव सेवा निजे शिवत्व प्रतिष्ठा नहेले अन्य भितर शिव को देखी जेटा करी हुए ना। सो मूल कथाटा है जिते जहाँ आम सेवा करछे बोली भावुचे सेवार अनुसरण करुचे से माँ भितर रही कर दे भगवान आम भितर रही ठाकुर को सेवा कर धारणाटा रहिले अहंकार आसेनी। अहंकार न आसिले फलटा जल्दी मिले। तेणु आम टाइम होगा ये रखा आमर यंग एस्पिरेंट सेशन आरंभ करवा। श्रेया यू हैव प्रार्थना संगीत व्हेन यू आर रेडी। जय गुरु।
जय गुरु। हसारी मुकुटा झरे जा रंग धरु हसारी मुकुटा झरे जा रंग धरु आशीष धारा बरसी जाएगा तेरे कररु आशीष धारा बरसी जाएगा तेरे कररु सेहि मो ठाकुर सेहि मोरा गुरु सेहि मो ठाकुर सेहि मोरा गुरु सेहि मुनि गम करबतरु सेहि मुनि गम करबतरु हसारी मुकुट झरे जा रंग धरु नयन जुगाड़ सविता सत्संग ज्योतिरसी झलसाए श्रीमुख सुषमा नहीं उपमा पलक न पड़ जाही फूल ठुकमर जा चरण सदा झरे अमृता से अमृत पानी भकत मनस हुए तृपता सेहि मोरा माता सेहि मोरा दाता सेहि मोरा माता सेहि मोरा दाता सेहि मो पूजन बाल्यकालरु सेहि मो पूजन बाल्यकालरु हसारी मुकुटा झरे जा रंग धरु हसारी मुकुटा झरे जा रंग धरु दीना दीना सोर शुभे बार बार पराणी पुलक जगाए ते मधुर बाणी मननी किणी जनम मरण भुलाए चरण जहार बिरंची वंचित निगम सुधा तापिता हृदये सुशीतळारी सिंचे वसुधा सिहि मोर प्रिय सिहि मो हृदय सिहि मोर प्रिय सिहि मो हृदय सिहि मो परम आराध्य गुरु सिहि मो परम आराध्य गुरु हसरे हसरे मुकुट झरी जा रंग धरु हसरे हसरे मुकुट झरी जा रंग धरु आशीषर धारा बरसी जाए जा सिरी कररु आशीषर धारा बरसी जाए जा सिरी कररु सिहि मो ठाकुर सिहि मोरा गुरु सिहि मो ठाकुर सिहि मोरा गुरु सिहि मो निगम कळपतरु सिहि मो निगम कळपतरु सिहि मो निगम कळपतरु.
Jai Guru, young aspirants. I'm Vidhamati Ma. Let's take the attendance for today, and then we will go about talking about a little bit the prarthana that Shreya has done. So, Shreya, after the attendance, if you can explain the meaning of the song, that would be great. So let's start with the attendance first. Thank you. Aditi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Adhyasa.
Jai Guru Ma. Adhyasa out of turn.
Jai Guru Ma. Jai Guru. Aise.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Anhik. Anhik. Looks like Anhik is not here today. Ans.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Ansul.
Ma Jai Guru na Ansu abasi kar.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Arnab.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Aaron.
Ma Aaron bosani aru sasujana.
Jai Guru bhai. Aryan.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Jemu.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Divyam.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Divyans.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Eva.
Nahi ma.
Jai Guru bhai. Jagrat.
Jai Guru bhai.
Jai Guru. Naitik. Naitik. Naitik is not here. Okay. Pratyusha.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Pratyus. Pratyus. Pratyus is not here. Kanji.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Saraswat.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Sarthak. Sarthak. Sarthak is not here. Bhakti? Bhakti? Not here. Paswat?
Jai Guru Maharaj.
Jai Guru. Silpi? Silpi? Silpi is not here too. Shreya?
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Shreyasi? Jai Guru. Priyanks?
Jai Guru. Jimmy আসছে।
Jai Guru. Jai Guru Ma. Simran?
Ma.
Jai Guru. Rita? Jai Guru. Suhani?
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Yukta?
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru everyone. We are done with the attendance. Let's go for the meaning of the song that Shreya has sung today. Hasare Hasare Mukuta Jhare. Please, Shreya, go ahead and explain about this song.
Jai Guru. This is a devotional song that describes Thakura's divine attributes like his radiant presence and the blessings that shower from him. Throughout this song, we are conveying that he is our Guru, he is our mother, he is our father, he is our everything, eternally expressing our love for him. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Yes. Thank you, Shreya. That is really, really so beautifully explained. And this Prarthana Hasare Hasare Mukuta Jhare is a devotional prayer, as Shreya mentioned, which is explaining about, which is talking about, how Sri Sri Thakura is always blessing us. It's mostly talking about, the ultimate happiness, Ananda, which is, ultimate or the ultimate source of happiness is Thakura. And that happens when you have the, ultimate knowledge. So Thakura is knowledge, Thakura is happiness, and we are so blessed, so lucky, and so fortunate to have Thakura as our Guru, who shows us the right path, going towards the happiness, going towards him. With this, I didn't send any reading material for today. But what I thought was to do a little bit of kind of review about Thakura, basically. So first of all, we are saying that Sri Sri Thakura is our Guru, and we are all here gathered together because Thakura is here. We are going to the Sangha, we are praying at home, and all this we are doing. We are reading books, we are, singing songs for him. So just, anybody can you share some kind of experience, who Thakura is for you? What do you think of Thakura? Just like, who is Thakura? If I ask this question, then what is coming to your mind? Who is Thakura? Anyone wants to start with this question?
Jai Guru, this is Pratisha.
Jai Guru Pratisha. Yes, please go ahead.
So to me, Thakura is like someone that we can talk to, like no matter like how silly the question is, like if you just want someone to listen to, like he'll always be there. Jai Guru.
Oh yeah, right. No, I mean, that is a very, very important feeling that we all are trying to cultivate. If we have to talk to somebody, that is Thakura. We are so much assured that we can talk anything to Thakura because we just think that he is our friend, he is our companion, he is listening to us, he is there with us, and with that feeling, with that belief, we are talking to him, and that is such an incredible feeling, I would say. Thank you, Pratyusha, for sharing this with us. Anyone else? Okay. So let me ask you another question. What is the name of our Thakura? It's a very simple question. Anybody wants to answer this question?
Hey, this is Shrija. Thakura. And then he got changed to Nikamananda, Jai
Jai Guru, yes. So did you mention Thakura's childhood name? I missed that part.
Jai yes, and there was Nalini Kanta.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Yes, so when Thakura was born, he was given the name Nalini Kanta. And then, due course of his life, he has done so many things. He has done sadhanas, and he accomplished the knowledge, the ultimate knowledge. Spiritually, he accomplished the absolute truth, and he got the name of Nigamananda by his guru, Swami Sri Sachidananda. Okay, so let me ask you one more thing, and then I will say what I planned for today. So, have you kind of do you think about Thakura's life? Like from Nalinikanta to Nigamananda, how he traveled the path of his life. Is that interesting for you? Do you think about it? Anyone wants to share your thought about this? When you think about Thakura's life, what exactly do you think? What exactly do you feel? Is it encouraging? Is it something you are looking up to it? Anything that you can share. Do you like? Yeah, please go ahead.
Learning about Thakura's life for me, it feels interesting, and I'm very curious about it. Jacob?
Sorry, is it Simran?
Jacob, yes.
Jai Guru Simran, could you please repeat? I could not hear completely.
Learning about Thakura's life is very interesting, and I'm very curious about learning the next part. Jacob?
Yes, thank you. Yes, definitely. Thakura's life is very interesting because this looks like there have been a lot of things that happened in his life. But I thought to start with this today's YA session is to let's review Thakura's life a bit. We have already read, Sadguru Swami Sri Nigamananda for young readers. And we have been kind of, on and off talking about Thakura's life, and kind of we have, some idea, right? So we can start with, just to have some highlight of the important events of his life. We can start with his childhood, and then his youth, and then the time when he did the sadhanas, and then when he got siddhi and he became the guru. So in these categories, we will just have very short reviews of his life, and that way we can remind so many things, we can remember so many things, and we can just see how his life is always inspiring us. So I have requested Suhani to share, a little bit of Sri Thakura's childhood. So Suhani, whenever you are ready, please go ahead, and then we can talk about if anybody has any questions or anything you want to know more. Suhani, whenever you are ready, you can start just sharing something about Sri Thakura's childhood.
Sri Nigamananda Saraswati was born in Bengal on August 18, 1880. His parents were Bhuban Mohan and Manika Sundari. Bhuban Mohan was born in Kuttapur, and Manika Sundari was born in Radha Kantapur. Both were located in Bengal. Thakura had two older sisters named Basanta Kumari and Kusum Kumari. Manika Sundari wanted a son so badly that she prayed to Kartika, the son of Lord Shiva. After 2 years of praying, Thakura was born, and his birth was considered a miracle due to the prayers and the fact that he was born at 2 a.m. on Julina Purnima, which is the full moon. Additionally, during conceiving, Manika Sundari saw visions about Thakura in the future. In his early childhood, Thakura was quite sweet and was loved by all villagers. As time passed, he developed some more mischievous traits with more pranks. The aggravated villagers seemed to always forget all about his pranks by seeing his pleasant smile. As a nine-year-old, he had his first divine intervention by seeing a 10-armed young girl smiling sweetly at him while he had a lamp in his hand. This vision terrified him as he ran and told his mother. His mother, though, was so happy. She told him that he had a vision of Durgama, the mother of the universe. She explained that he is blessed and he shouldn't be scared of her. After a few days, he dreamed that he saw the whole universe in his room, which gave him immense pleasure. Another supernatural experience was a reoccurring dream that a saint was summoning him while standing on a lotus on a moonlit night. He was tied to the saint with a string, and the saint snipped off the string, and Thakura then fell like a whirling kite, which intimidated him. As an 11-year-old, he had a sacred bed ceremony, and during the ceremony, Thakura gave signs that he would be a sannyasi, and as he immersed with the customs. This ceremony completely changed him, and he began taking religious practices seriously by praying day to night. This scared his mother, so she decided to hide his religious books, but he still kept reading. He changed his mentality as well as became a peacemaker of the village and decided to carry out some religious ceremonies for the village, such as the ceremonial burial of a sick traveler, and nobody else wanted to do the rites. Additionally, he never stood for injustices and always took action against them. An example of this is when Thakura saw a daughter-in-law beating up her mother-in-law, and then Thakura stepped in and stopped the incident. Along with being very religious, he was a very devoted and intelligent student with an excellent memory. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Thank you, Suhani, so much. You have covered so many important events of Thakura's childhood. anyone has anything to ask, or to if you want to elaborate something more, or you want to ask something, you can do it right now. We're talking about Sri Sri Thakura's childhood. No? Okay. Do you remember one more thing of Thakura's childhood life? I find that very, very important. That event was when Thakura was in his elementary school, and his teacher, one of his teachers, asked him to get something from home without the knowledge of the parents. Anybody remember about this event and what Thakura did?
Diagrama, yes, I do.
Oh yeah, please go ahead and tell us a little bit about it.
So basically, Thakura, he didn't like what the teacher had told him, but he still did. See, he did it for a day or two, but then he told he told the teacher that he couldn't do it, and the teacher got really angry and beat him, and then he went and told his parents, and his parents were very proud of him.
Yes, and is it Anhik?
No, this is Pratyusha.
Jai Guru Pratyusha. Sorry, I couldn't recognize you. Jai Guru. Thank you, Pratyusha. Yes, that is a really very important thing, because that kind of behavior, or that kind of morals that builds your life. And this is Thakura did not want to steal, and Thakura did not want to lie. So these are two qualities we always want to have in our life. And non-stealing and being truthful, can anybody remember what these are called in the 8 limbs of yoga? We also talk about the 8 limbs of yoga so many times, and yama and niyamas. These are two things between these 8 limbs of yoga, and these two qualities which we just mentioned, which are truthfulness and non-stealing, they are satya is truthfulness, and non-stealing is asteya, and these are part of yama. Anybody knows what are the other yamas? How many yamas we have? Anyone? No?
This is Pratyusha again. I think there are 5 yamas.
Yes. Thank you, Pratyusha. Yeah, that's great. Do you know the names of these 5 yamas? Already we have, 2 names we have already talked about.
I think there's ahimsa.
Yeah.
And satya. We already discussed it. That's all I know.
Yes, right. Ahimsa is one of them, and ahimsa is okay. Before I speak, anybody wants to talk about what ahimsa is?
Ahimsa is non-violence.
Jai Guru, may I know your name?
My name is Divyam.
You said Divyam?
Yes.
Jai Guru Divyam. Yes. Yes, ahimsa is non-violence, not harming through words, through your work, through your thought. So ahimsa is, is not just non-violence through your work, but at the, ultimate level through your word and thoughts also, you should not do any harm of anyone. Okay, and then we talked about ahimsa, we talked about satya, we talked about asteya, which is non-stealing. What else? We have 2 more left. Pratyusha said we have 5. So let's try to get the other 2.
Jai Guru, this is Sanvi.
Jai Guru Sanvi, yes.
Another one would be aparigraha, and it means like being non-greedy and like happy with what you have, and not attaching to like materialistic pleasures. Jai Guru.
Yes, exactly. Totally correct. Thank you, Sanvi. And we have just 1 more left. Okay, the last one, maybe I'll just say it loud. It is Brahmacharya. And the meaning of it is how you are using your energy, the right use of energy, the celibacy, basically. Okay, we got diverted a little bit from our original topic, but just wanted to, kind of review how Thakura, from the very beginning of his life, from the early childhood of his life, he was having a very strong moral character. He has his, day-to-day activities, his behavior, his understanding. These are all so deep and so kind of intolerant to injustice. So he always wanted, or he always was trying to do the right thing, and that is that was kind of so natural of him. He denied to his teacher to tell a lie, to steal, even though he was such a small kid. He did not get influenced, and he was so much of a helping person to everybody, going beyond, the social restrictions at that time, based on the caste and all. And we know how he helped to take care of a dead body, which was, nobody was taking care of it because that person was of a lower caste, and he did not think about that. He wanted to do the right thing, and he never feared to take the right side. He was having the strong sense of justice. He helped, as Suhani has explained when she was talking about Thakura's childhood. When the old lady was getting bitten by her daughter-in-law, Thakura was there to protest, even though nobody was doing anything. He was a small kid, but still he did not tolerate that behavior. So after the thread ceremony, he took all those religious and spiritual thoughts very seriously. He was having very, very deep intellect and analytical mind. He was very special. From all these, we are seeing that he tried to cultivate, and he tried to do the right things all the time. So from all this, what we are talking, what we are thinking, that how we are reflecting, how we are looking up to him. With that, we will conclude our today's discussion, and then the remaining parts, I was planning to have little bit of discussion of all of Thakura's life, like childhood, youth, sadhana, and guru. But we could not do that. We will do that maybe some other time. So we will just conclude with this last part, that how we are feeling about what we just discussed from Thakura's childhood life and activities. Definitely we are proud, but other things we are thinking. What we want to, or we are already doing And if we are not doing what we want to do in our life also by looking at his childhood life. Anyone? Let's see. Maybe Yukta, would you like to say something?
What was your question again?
The question is, so the question is, we just reviewed about Thakura's childhood. We talked about various things as a child, how Thakura was, how was his behavior, how was his moral character, and what he did as a child, and from that, what inspiration we are getting.
Thakur, when he was young, he had very good values, and I think all of us, everybody like me, and all of the younger kids could learn something good about it. Jacob?
Yes, very nice. Yes, we can think of doing good to others, helping others, showing gratitude, not tolerating the injustice, trying to be truthful. How much that is, the situation is scary, or we should not kind of think of the escape plan. We should always stick to the truth. And ahimsa also we talked about as part of the yamas. But yeah, I mean, being truthful and the non-stealing nature and helping others, and this time of the year, everybody, as you know, we kind of think that little more, but let's have that as a practice of doing every day in our life, that we will be thankful to everyone, we will show our gratitude to everyone, and we will try to help whoever needs help, and how much of what we can do, we should definitely do. So with this, let me conclude our discussion for today, and let's go for the Bhava Vinimay. I think it's Arush. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, today is my turn to share my thoughts. I am currently halfway done with 11th grade, and college is now getting closer and closer. Before, I wouldn't really give much of a thought about college, and now college has been on my mind constantly. Which college will I go to? Which career will I choose? Do I even have the right requirements to go to college? These thoughts appear more frequently, and I am becoming more worried about my future. Thankfully, though, the thought of Thakura has eased some of my worries. The thought of him watching over me is comforting, and I hope that he continues to keep watching me as I continue on my 11th grade path and onwards. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, Shivan, do you have something like that?
Jai Guru, ଆଜି ମୋର ପୂଜା ପାଳି ଅଛି, ଆଉ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ ଯିବା ଅଛି। ଆଉ ଏମିତିରେ ତ ବହୁତ କିଛି ଜିନିଷ ମୁଁ କରିପାରିନି। କାଲି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମତେ ଡାକିଲେ, ମାନେ ମୁଁ ସେତେବେଳେ ନଥିଲି, ମୋର ଟିକେ କାମ ଥିଲା। ଆଉ କୌଣସି ଜିନିଷ ବି ଠିକ ଠିକରେ କରିପାରୁନି, ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର କୌଣସି କାମ ବି ଠିକ ଠିକରେ କରିପାରୁନି। ଆଜି କାଲି ଭାବିଥିଲି ଯେ ରାତିରେ ଟିକେ ଶୀଘ୍ର ଡାୟାଲିସିସ୍ ଲଗେଇଦେଲେ ସକାଳୁ ଟିକେ ଶୀଘ୍ର ବାହାରି ଯିବି। ବାହାରି ଗଲା ପରେ ତାପରେ ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କିଛି ଭୋଗ ପ୍ରସ୍ତୁତ କରିବି, କିଛି ମାନେ କିଛି ଭଲ ଭଲ କିଛି ପ୍ରସ୍ତୁତ କରିବି। ଭାବୁଥିଲି କିନ୍ତୁ କାଲି ରାତିରେ କଣ ହେଲା ସାର୍ଥକ କଲା ଗୋଟେ ବର୍ଥଡେ ପାର୍ଟି କୁ ରାତିରେ, ତାପରେ କହିଲା ମୁଁ 10ଟା ବେଳେ ଫେରିବି, ଦେଖିଲା ବେଳକୁ 11ଟା ବାଜିଲାଣି ସେ ଘରକୁ ଫେରିନି। ଆଉ ତାକୁ ଫୋନ କରି ମେସେଜ କରି ସେ ଜମା ଧରୁନି, ତାପରେ ତା ଲୋକେସନ ଚେକ୍ କଲା ବେଳକୁ ସେ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ଦେଖଉଛି। ଆଉ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ହେଇକି ଆଉ ମାନେ ମୋ ଡାୟାଲିସିସ୍ ଲଗେଇବା ପାଇଁ ବି ଆସିପାରିଲିନି, ଆଉ ଡେରି ବହୁତ ହେଇଗଲା। ଆଉ ସବୁବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଏମିତି ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ବିବ୍ରତ ହେଇକି ରହୁଛି। ସାର୍ଥକ ଜମା କଥା ଶୁଣୁନି, ତାର କୌଣସି ରେସ୍ପନ୍ସିବିଲିଟି ଆସିନି, ଠାକୁର ପୂଜାରେ ସେ ବସୁନି, ଜଏନ୍ ବି କରୁନି, ତାକୁ ଯେତେ କହିଲେ ବି। ଆଉ ଏଇ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଇୟର ସେ କଲେଜ ଯିବ, କଣ କରିବ, କେମିତି ଚଳିବ, ସବୁବେଳେ ମୁଁ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ, ମାନେ ସବୁବେଳେ ତା ପାଇଁ ଏତେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସ ରହୁଛି ମୋ ଭିତରେ, ମାନେ ମୁଁ କିଛି ମାନେ ଆଉ କରିପାରୁନି। ଆଉ ସେଇ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ମୋ ଭିତରେ ବହୁତ ଆସୁଛି ଯେ ମାନେ ଆଜି ବି ଆମେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ବହିରେ ପଢିଲେ, ମାନେ ଆଜି ପଢା ହଉଥିଲା ଯେ ତମେ ଯଦି ତମ ପରିବାରର ସେବା କରିପାରିନ, ତମ ପିଲା ଛୁଆ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ସେବା କରିପାରିନ, ତାହେଲେ ତମେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସେବା କରିବାର ଯୋଗ୍ୟତା ଆସିଲା। ଆଉ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ସଂସାରରେ ରହିଛୁ, ପରିବାର ଭିତରେ ଏମିତି ଜଡିତ ହେଇକି ରହିଛୁ, ଆଉ କୋଉଠି ଯଦି ପରିବାରରେ କାହାର ଟିକେ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ହବ, ସେଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ଆମକୁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ବହୁତ ଡିଷ୍ଟର୍ବ କରିଦବ ସବୁବେଳେ। ଆଉ ସେଇ ଡିଷ୍ଟର୍ବାନ୍ସ ମୋ ଭିତରେ ସବୁବେଳେ ରହୁଛି, ସବୁବେଳେ ମୁଁ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତତା ବିବ୍ରତା ଭିତରେ ରହୁଛି। ଆଉ ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ, ଭାଇ କାଳେ ମତେ ଟିକେ ବୁଝେଇ ପାରିବେ ଯେ ଏଇ ସବୁ ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ଭିତରେ ଆମେ କେମିତି ମାନେ କାମ ରହିକି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସେବା କରିପାରିବା, ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ କଥା ରହିପାରିବା। ମୁଁ କାହିଁ କିଛି ପାରୁନି, ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମତେ ବେଶୀ ଜ୍ୱର ମାରୁଛି ମୁଁ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଡାକୁଛି, କିନ୍ତୁ ତଥାପି କାହିଁ ମନରେ ଶାନ୍ତି ଆସୁନି। ମାନେ ମନଟା ସବୁବେଳେ ସେଇ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ଲାଗି ରହୁଛି, କାଳେ ସେ ପିଲାଟା କୋଉଠି ତାର ଅସୁବିଧା ହେଇଗଲା କି, କୋଉଠି କଣ ହେଇଗଲା କି, ସବୁବେଳେ ସେ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତତା ଭିତରେ ରହୁଛି ମନଟା। ଆଉ ବେଶୀ କିଛି କହିପାରୁନି। ଆଉ ମତେ ଟିକେ ଭାଇ ଟିକେ ବୁଝି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ, ମାନେ ଏ ବିଷୟରେ କେମିତି, ଯଦି ଟିକେ ସମୟ ଅଛି, କେମିତି ଆମେ ସବୁ ମାନେ ଏ ଭିତରେ କେମିତି କାମ ରହି କେମିତି କରିପାରିବା ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସେବା, ସେତିକି କହି ରହୁଛି। ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
ନେକ୍ସଟ ଡିସ୍କସନ କରିବା ଅଛି ଶିଶୁ ଭାଇଙ୍କର, ଶିଶୁ ଭାଇ କରନ୍ତୁ ଭାବିନି କାହିଁ ତ ସମସ୍ତେ ଭୁଲିଗଲେ ନା।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ ଓ ମା ମାନେ, ଗତ ମାସ ବିଶ୍ୱଜିତ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ଫୋନ ଆସିଥିଲା, ମତେ ମାନେ ଆମର ଠାକୁର କହିଛନ୍ତି, ଆମର ସଭାପତିଙ୍କ ଆଦେଶ ଅଛି, ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଆଦେଶ କହିଥିଲେ କି ଆସିବ ପୂଜାକୁ ଆସିବ। ନଭେମ୍ବର ମୋର ପାଳି ଥିଲା, ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ଆଇ ନେଗୋସିଏଟେଡ କି ମୁଁ ଡିସେମ୍ବର ଆସିବି। So last year I got a job in North Carolina. I was so excited ki Thakura finally heard my wishes, and unfortunately asiparnathuli, and I was very sure ki December GB North Carolina office ko GB ebong Thakura ko pali asibi. Flight was also booked, but shanibar ratire ମୋ ଝିଅକୁ ଏତେ ଜୋର ଥଣ୍ଡା କାଶ with flu, and so I cancelled. I couldn't come. I couldn't come to office, neither ashrama. ତାପରେ ଝିଅ ରିକଭର ହେଲା, ତାପରେ ଆମ ମାଙ୍କର ବି ତାକୁ, because she was with her in the bedroom, ତ ମାଙ୍କୁ since Wednesday high fever. So I could not come to Sangha, for which I beg the forgiveness to Sangha and Thakura. Dvitiya katha hala, this year, maybe last year I started Paraninda Parachita Upura Bond Puja Chesta Kalli. I stopped attending social events in the community, or I would abstain engaging in discussion which was related to people for their activities, what they did in office or in community, and like after 1 year, 6 months, people started avoiding me, topic, speaking on topics which I disliked, and slowly the discussion waned. I had lot of time for myself. My mind wasn't occupied with topics which neither brought peace or at home. He kind of enjoyed the social gathering, but I was never happy because there were ups and downs. At least I was able to show I started with an example in our home saying ଯଦି ମୁଁ ନ କରିକି ମୁଁ ଏତେ ଭଲ mental state ଅଛି, why don't you try it out? And ତାପରେ I think for last 3-4 months, although our social activities has gone down a lot, at the same time the conflicts and the arguments also have cut down, for which I'm really thankful to our Sangha. Third topic is extension of what Sipanima mentioned. But at the same time, there were moments but slowly I let go. We all negotiate. What do you think? And then we all come to we broker a deal saying, etik mu karibi, setik tu kar, etik to bo karibo. Etik vitre ame compromise karchu. So yeah, this has been the way of our life for last more than 2 years since it turned a teenage. ଏତିକି କହି ରଖୁଛି। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
ଶିଶିର ଭାଇ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରିବେ ଆଉ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ପୂଜା
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। ପ୍ରାଣବ୍ୟ ଠାକୁର ସମସ୍ତ ସଂଘ ଭକ୍ତ ମାନଙ୍କ ତରଫରୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ ଏବଂ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ପୂଜା ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା 6ଟା ପରେ ହବ, ତା ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ ଅଛି। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପରେ ସମସ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମା ଏବଂ ୟଙ୍ଗ ଆସ୍ପିରାଣ୍ଟକୁ ଭୋଗ ପ୍ରସାଦ ସେବନ ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ ଅଛି।
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। ଆର୍ଯ୍ୟନ ଅଛି?
ହଁ ଭାଇ ସେ ଅଛି। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
ଆଜି ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରିବ ଭାଇ ନେକ୍ସଟ
ଭାଇ ତା କଥାଟା ବୋଧେ ଶୁଭୁନି, ସେ କହୁଛି। ହଁ ହଉ ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ ତା ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରିଦଉଛି ଭାଇ। ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ପ୍ରାଣ ଠାକୁର ଭକ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମା ମାନେ ଆଉ ଆରିୟନ ର ନେକ୍ସଟ ୱାଇ ସେସନ ପାଳି ଅଛି, ଆଉ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଆସନ୍ତା ସଂଘ ପୂଜା ପାଳି ଡିସେମ୍ବର 18 ପାଇଁ ଭକ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମୋ ଏବଂ ଆରିୟନ ର ସେବା ପାଳି ଅଛି। ମୋ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ସମସ୍ତ ଭାଇ ଓ ମା ଏବଂ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି, ସମସ୍ତେ ପୂଜାରେ ଯୋଗ ଦେଇ ପୂଜାକୁ ସାଫଲ୍ୟ ମଣ୍ଡିତ କରିବେ। ଜୟ
ଭାଇ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ପ୍ରାଣ ଠାକୁର ମା ଭାଇ ମାନେ ପିଲାମାନେ, ଆମର ଆନୁଆଲ ଗୃହାସନ ବାର୍ଷିକ ଉତ୍ସବ ପୂଜା ଆସନ୍ତା 17 ତାରିଖକୁ ଅଛି ଏ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାବେଳେ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଠାକୁର ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତ ମା ଭାଇ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ପୂଜାରେ ଯୋଗ ଦେବା ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ଆମେ ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରାମଟା ପଠେଇଦେବୁ ଏଇ ଦିନେ 2 ଦିନ ଭିତରେ ସମସ୍ତେ ପୂଜାରେ ଯୋଗ ଦେଇକିରି ପୂଜା ଟିକେ ସଫଳ କରିବେ। ଜୟ
ଚୌଧୁରୀ ଭାଇ ମୋର କଣ ଅଛି
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ତ୍ରୁଟି କିଛି କ୍ଷମା
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା ହଁ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଆଜି ମୋର ଶିଶିର ଭାଇ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଆଜି ମୋର ଶିଶିର ଭାଇ ବାରିଶ ଭାଇଙ୍କର ପାଳିଥିଲା ଆଉ ପାଳିଥିବାରେ ଯାହା ତ୍ରୁଟି ଥିବା ଅନ୍ୟ ଭାଇ ଭଗ୍ନ ଭାଇ ମା ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଆମମାନଙ୍କର ଯାହା ଭୁଲ ତ୍ରୁଟି ହେଇଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ଆଉ ମା ଭାଇ ଏବଂ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ କ୍ଷମା ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରୁଛୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଦଶିର ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ କର ଦୟାମୟ
ଦଶିର ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ କର ଦୟାମୟ
ତବ ପଦେ ମତିରତି ସଦା ଯେନ
তব পদে মতিরতি সদা যেন
তব পদ হতে যেন দূরে নাই
তব পদ হতে যেন দূরে নাই
যখন যে ভাবে থাকি তব গুণগান
যখন যে ভাবে থাকি তব গুণগান
নিবারিতে নারী কভু কুমতি প্রবল প্রভু নিবারিতে নারী কভু কুমতি প্রবল কৃপানাথ কৃপা করে দাহি দেব
কৃপানাথ কৃপা করে দাহি দেব
পর নিন্দা পর চর্চা হতে রাখো দূরে
পর নিন্দা পর চর্চা হতে রাখো দূরে
তব গুণ গাথা যেন প্রাণে সদা স্ফুরে দেব তব গুণ
গাথা যেন প্রাণে সদা স্ফুরে
অহংকার অভিমান কিছুতে ন যায়
অহংকার অভিমান কিছুতে না যায়
করুণার দাস করে রাখো রাঙ্গা পায় দেব
করুণার দাস করে রাখো রাঙ্গা পায়
বিষয়ে সহজে হয় আসক্তি যে মন
বিষয়ে সহজে হয় আসক্তি যে মন
প্রেমতীত মাতে যেন লিপ্ত থাকে মন
প্রেমতীত মাতে যেন লিপ্ত থাকে মন
লোকমান্য নাই চাই কর দিনহীন
লোকমান্য নাই চাই কর দিনহীন
দীননাথ এসো হৃদে ফুরাইল দিন দীননাথ এসো হৃদে ফুরাইল দিন অসংখ্য আমার ত্রুটি করি সংশোধন
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 কৃতার্থ কর হে দাসে এই অকিঞ্চন নাথ কৃতার্থ
কর হে দাসে অকিঞ্চন
দেব কৃতার্থ কর হে দাসে এই অকিঞ্চন নাথ কৃতার্থ
কর হে দাসে অকিঞ্চন
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয়
গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
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 জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় শ্রী শ্রী ঠাকুর প্রেমানন্দে বলে কুমার শ্রী শ্রী গুরু মহারাজের জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ଗୁରୁମା ଭାଇ ମିଳିଲା ଆକ୍ସେସ୍ ମିଳିଲା କି?
ହଁ ଆକ୍ସେସ୍ ମିଳିଲା। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
ପ୍ରଥମ କଥା ମାନେ ଭାଇ ମାନେ ଆଫସୋସ ହଉଥିବେ ଯେ ସକାଳେ ବଜାଇ ଜଏନ୍ କରି ଆସିଲେ। ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ମୁଁ ଜଏନ୍ କରିଥିଲି ଯେ ସିଏ ଆସି କହିଛି ଆମ କଲେଜ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାଟି ଜନ୍ମ ଅସୁସ୍ଥ ଯାତ୍ରା ଶୁଚ କରୁଛି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେବା ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିଛି କରିବାକୁ। ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ କଥା ହେଲା ଆମର ଶିଶୁ ଭାଇଙ୍କର ଭାବନା ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଲାଗେ, ଏବଂ ପ୍ରାଣସ୍ପର୍ଶୀ। ମୁଁ ଟିକେ କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ ମଧ୍ୟ ମନ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଯେ ଭାବେ ଆମେ ଯଦିଓ ସୋସାଇଟିରେ ଆମକୁ ଲୋକମାନେ ଭଲ ପାଉନାହାନ୍ତି, ମାନେ କହୁଥିବେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଗୋଟେ କଥା ମନେ ରହୁଛି ଆମେ ଗୁରୁ ବାକ୍ୟ ପ୍ରତିପାଳନ କରୁଛୁ। ଏଇଟା ଠାକୁର ମଧ୍ୟ କହିଛନ୍ତି, ସେଟା ମନେ କରୁନି, ଠାକୁର କହିଛନ୍ତି ଯଦି ଗୁରୁ ବାକ୍ୟ ପ୍ରତିପାଳନ କରିବାକୁ ଯାଇକି ଅସୁବିଧା ହେଲା କିଛି ମାନେ ସେଥିପାଇଁ। ତ ସେଇଟା ବଡ କଥା ଯେ ଆମେ ମାନେ ସାଙ୍ଗମାନଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ହବା ପାଇଁ ଯାଇକି ତାଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ମିଶିକି ପରନିନ୍ଦା ପ୍ରଶଂସା କରିବା, ସେଟା ଆମର ପତନ ହବ। ତ ବେସିକାଲି we have a choice। ଆମେ